Okay, welcome to Yoga for Bone Health. And I invite you just to bring your lighter weights up to max 5 pounds. Okay, so I'll meet you on the mat for a bit of a bar class today. I go a weighted bar class. So hopefully you can see me okay. So, that is a little bit. Sorry. Make sure my phone doesn't ring halfway through the class. Okay, there we go. So coming in mountain pose, standing tall. Taking a moment to really come to the practice, arrive on the mat, and starting by closing the eyes or gazing downward, turning toward the breath, observing the expansion and contraction in the body, and just allowing everything just to kind of settle into place, your bones, the muscles, allowing for some softening at the face. And then maybe taking one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly, and just setting an intention for today's practice. Whatever that may be, whether it's bringing kindness, compassion, friendliness to the practice, or a sense of like, challenge, like kind of stepping up to a proportional amount of challenge, or it might be easing off because you're dealing with, either an injury or maybe just low energy, and just allowing for whatever it is today, and to be as it is, and just showing up, being present. And we'll release the hands and start rolling. Stretch out the face. We're going to roll out the shoulders, just kind of rock from side to side. Okay, let's bring our arms out in front of us and inhale, reach those arms up overhead, and exhale, bring it down and then reach them up. Keep going. I don't like how my camera's not showing the top of me. I'm just going to see if that does anything. Keep going. Taking the arms out to the side, palms facing up, and then we'll internally rotate one arm and externally rotate the other. That's a bit better. Looking at that open palm, grow tall, lift the navel, and then with intention, really feeling in both arms, one internal, one external rotation. And then when you kind of get the groove of it, you can connect breath with movement, ensuring that we're not just turning at the wrist, the palm down and up, but it's the whole arm twisting forward, twisting back, and reversing. And release. So having that kind of asymmetrical pulling in the back, and we'll keep going with that by bringing one arm up, one arm down, both arms back, and then energetically drawing back, feeling into that stretch on the diagonal across the scapula. One scapula kind of scooping forward while the other one reaching back. Okay. Nice, and release. Okay, let's take our right arm on top, lift the arches, lift the kneecaps, lift the navel, keeping gaze, belly, and heart forward. Just reach leading with that left elbow, come back to center, same direction, lead with the elbow. Make this little, not little, it's a significant twist, kind of laterally at the shoulder, take the arm over to the other side and exhale. So if you're getting, really getting curious about that movement of the shoulder blade now, we've got this kind of like turning, like this movement, pulling and reaching and stretching. And then, let's just roll that out. And then float the arms up to the sky. So we're reaching those shoulder blades up to the sky. Let's just kind of sway from side to side. Turn this into a bit of a side bend before we begin. All right, inhale, reach those fingers up. Exhale, bring them down to the shoulders. One elbow up, one elbow down. And then over to the other side. Repeating this time, create resistance between the fingers. So pulling one elbow down, reaching one elbow up, really getting that nice big stretch in this underneath part of the scapula. Maybe doing that one more time on each side. Stretch out the face as best you can. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, trace those angel wings back behind you so that we can get this big stretch through our pectorals. Squeeze the shoulder blades together, grab onto your hands, interlace the fingers. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the heart, pull the arms just gently away from the back as you draw the wrists down, and then release. Inhale. Exhale, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulder blades, pull and reach through the wrists, and we'll do that one more time, really opening up through the chest, lifting the heart, counteracting the effects of gravity. Okay, super. Let's move into a cat-cow. Hands and feet in tabletop. We're going to slightly bend the knees, turn those sit bones up as you gaze up, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Moving through cat-cow. And just a reminder, this is something I have not been reminding people of on a regular basis lately. And but if you are working with some osteoporosis in the spine, especially in the upper spine and neck, not to overdo it on the cat. Make it more like a kitten or just like a neutral spine. Inhaling, drop the belly, and exhale, lift the belly. We're gonna bend the knees and inhale, float those arms up to the sky. Let's just take the hands behind your head. Slightly bend the knees, inhale. Exhale, now we're gonna inhale, come down to a table, hands behind the head, and exhale, rise up, squeeze the glutes, come forward. Inhale, table, push the hips back, exhale, rise up. So we're just gonna warm up the back of the legs here. So not a squat, more like the deadlift shape, where we're reaching the sit bones upward to facilitate that stretch in the back of the leg. And we'll do one more. And release. Great. Okay, feet just a little bit wide. And we'll just slowly come into a very gentle standing twist, exploring this at your own pace. So if you want to bring a little more oomph into it, you can always bend the knees, reach the arms, just kind of throw your heart up towards the sky. But if you're kind of feeling like, I just want to slowly explore this twist, not going too far beyond, just like the, your normal range of motion. And then coming back to center. Great. Feet are hip distance, reaching down to one side. Exhale, reaching up, reaching down to the other side. Exhale, reaching up. Inhale, optional to kind of come up onto the toes. Inhale down, exhale up at your pace. So whatever pace suits you today. Just coming to that without any judgment. So this is like we're really keeping our head lifted, we're squatting down, warming up those thighs. Last one. And release. Take it wider. Let's just sink into our first goddess here. Nice little stretch through the adductors. One more time and tick-tock the hip. All right, inhale down and exhale, reach. Inhale down and exhale, reach. I'll do it a few times. Exhale, inhale, and exhale. One more time. Big breath in, big breath out, and big breath in, and big breath out. Okay, release. Feet come together. Just kind of shake that out. So I'm going to give you an option for a little bit of marching. So we're going to grow tall, and I want you to, as we're marching, really feel connected through the abdominals. So this is kind of like a little less intense. So coming to whatever height you want to take the knees to, and if you want to explore, once you get a little warmed up, hugging the knee in. Just need to go a little bit slower. But you do you, like whatever level you're kind of feeling comfortable with, it's up to you. But what I want you to feel is this connection, this drawing in, as if like there was like a purse string bringing all of these muscles together in so that you can lift the legs. Okay. Well done. We'll come to sun salutation. So I'm going to practice facing the seat of the chair this time, just because my chair is so tall. Doesn't really work the other way, but you can turn it around, you do you. Hand comes to the chair, forward fold, bend the knees, stretch out the face, sway at the shoulders. So softening through the shoulders. And then pedaling the pelvis. And then we're going to step forward with the right foot. Press into the back heel, reach up to touch the sky. Exhaling, hands come down and stepping back. Forward fold. Inhaling, left foot forward, press into the back heel, reach up to the sky. Exhaling, hands come down and stepping back. We'll do that two more times. Well, one more time on each side. Inhaling, exhaling, stepping back. Forward fold. Left side, step forward, reach up. Exhaling and come back. Inhaling, right foot forward, left foot out to the side, coming into our warrior one, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, pulling down. Inhale, reaching up to the sky, and exhale, pulling down. So squeeze the thighs towards each other. Lift the arches of the feet, draw the navel up towards the heart. And again, we're always kind of imagining we're pulling something heavy down and feeling that gliding and sliding of the shoulder blades. So really we have moved the shoulder blades in many directions today. And we'll take the hands down, turn the toes forward, stepping back, press through the hips. Stretch out the face, and then inhale, left foot forward, right foot out to the side a little bit. Squeeze the thighs, press into that back heel, lift the arches. Reach forward and pull back. So we're keeping the spine neutral here. We're moving our shoulder blades, the scapula, forward and back. So different than a cat-cow, right? So we can do cat-cow where we bring this rounding and lifting of the heart. But this is really spine is tall. And we're exploring that range of motion of squeezing the shoulder blades together and reaching them away. We're going to take the hands down now. Turn that back toe forward and step back. Stretch out the face, forward fold, making little movements that feel yummy in the body. And then walking forward and to sit. So I did say you only needed like your lightest weights, but I kind of just forgot about this leg part. So if you want to grab your heaviest weights for the leg, go ahead. Just making sure that you're lifting, bending at the waist hinging at the hips. These weights are weird. They're so cumbersome, but I will do my best. Okay, I'm just going to take my feet a little wider than usual. Grow tall at the navel. I'm going to start lifting and lowering the heels. Breathing in and out. So here we're going to feel that connection at the core that we've already started to warm up a little bit in those marching exercises. So really drawing in, drawing back, breathing in, breathing out, and release. Good. I'm just going to move to one weight that's less cumbersome. Good. Bring that weight in a little bit closer to the mid and inhale, push forward. Inhale, lift and tuck back. So ensuring that you're doing this without leaning to one side or the next. There is that lifting, that feeling of resistance, pushing forward, resisting again, tucking in, just doing that a few more times. And I'm really lifting up through the navel. Don't make the leg do all the work. This is the last one. And release. You know, even with fives, you can really work the body. Grow tall here, lift, push forward, lower down, lift, tuck in. Hug in a little bit at the ribs, like draw the ribs in together, grow tall. Stretch at the face. Okay, last one. And release. Inhale, grow tall, lift, and reach over, and drop down, lift, reach over, back to center. You can pause and just realign the spine whenever you need to. If you feel like you've kind of started leaning, do one more. Okay, over to the other side. Inhale, lift and lower. And this is where I think it's the most challenging, is when it's out to the side, lifting up and bringing it back in. So this is where the body is going to try and make it easier by even a slight little leaning, seeing if you can keep the spine really tall. So no straining here, just lifting, pausing when you need to rest. This will be the last one. Release. Great. I'm going to grab that second weight. Take the weights to your hip joint, point the toes forward. Inhale, lean forward. Exhale, push those hips forward. Inhale, we're just going to kiss the chair with our butt and stand up. Kiss and stand. So there's like a couple different ways that we do this. Sometimes it's like we sit all the way back and come all the way forward, but just kissing the chair, it keeps the thighs a little bit more engaged. Keep hugging in at the belly. When you rise up, lift the thighs, lift the kneecaps, squeeze the glutes. Last one. Good. Arms at your sides. Roll the shoulders forward, up, backing down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Lift the heart. Coming back to calves, weighted in a slightly different way. So to make sure that we pay attention to strengthening the calves along the way. So the legs are nicely balanced. And release. Good. Take a sip of water if you need to. Move the chair out of the way. We will need the chair. Actually, yeah, not quite yet. Just gonna take a sip of water. Okay. So grab your light weights. Turn the palms out, take the feet nice and wide. Great. Okay, so we're gonna come into our goddess and do a little curl. Okay, so we goddess curl. And then we kind of reach one arm out as we lift one heel up. Reach the other arm as we lift the heel out. Stand up. Sink down. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Stand up. Sink down. So, your pace. You want to bring a little more cardio into this because we're using like a little bit lighter weights. You could pick up the speed if you want. Really pressing into the ball of the feet. Keep that heart lifted. Last one, okay? And release. Good. We're only going to need one for this next. And I'm going to show you on the side view here. So you will need your chair. So standing about arm's distance away from the chair. So I have my weight in my left hand. And I'm going to step back with my left foot onto the ball of the foot and bend my right knee, which is closest to the chair. And lift the arch of that front foot. Press into the heel. Now, I'm going to reach, let's take my hand right at the shoulder and then like I'm punching. So there is going to be this internal rotation of the arm and then back to neutral. So punch forward, inhale, and then exhale. Reach, shoulder height, exhale. It might be that a 5 is like actually surprising. You're like, wow, that actually might be too heavy. So modify as you need to. This is a 5. It looks heavier than a 5. It's a 5. But I'm feeling it, that's for sure. So really pressing back into that back heel. So really feeling that big lunge, rising up, feel the core lift the leg. Last one, okay? Keep that heart lifted. And release. So I'm just going to turn. So probably feeling that your heart rate. So this is going to be a little more cardio focused today. Simply because we're doing more reps because we're using lighter weight. So I'm on the ball of my foot here. My heel is lifted. All right. So reaching forward, inhale like you're punching. Exhale, come back up. Forward. When you come up, press into this standing foot, heel, and squeeze your glute. Punch, push into the heel, squeeze the glute. And go your pace, but really press into the heel as you rise up so you can feel the booty get stronger. Okay, nice. And release. Good. Choosing 5 or below for this next one. Similar in that we are in the same stance. I'm going to step back with my left foot and my right arm is going to be forward like I'm punching. But this time I'm going to inhale, exhale, lift the front, lift the back. Inhale, exhale. We're just going to do like about 5 or 6 of these. because we're maintaining this weight out in front. Last one. And release. So for those of you who thought, oh, it's going to be an easy day today, we're only using light weights. Sorry. Sorry to disappoint. Press your heel back, reach the, and again, pressing into the heel of your standing foot in front. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, rise up, inhale. We did a little bit of this last week, a little kind of pre-introduction to this last week, where we're really bringing all of our body weight into the standing leg release. But this time, adding 5 pounds and holding the weight. Okay. Move that chair out of the way. Okay. Grab your other light one. Okay, so coming into like a plie, so your feet are like in a V shape. Okay, we're going to inhale, exhale, scapula, and release, but not all the way to the front, okay? Like just releasing on this diagonal. So inhale, reaching out, exhale, squeeze the glute, lift the kneecaps, feel the legs engaged, squeeze the scapula, bring it back. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. So even though we're just kind of standing during the scapula exercise, my palms are facing up. I want your legs to be like supercharged. Feel the glute making a fist when you come up. Feel the kneecaps drawing up. Thighs are lifted. This is the last one. And release. Reconnect with the breath. All right, let's put these weights down. Gonna come to the chair. The back of the chair. So coming into a forward fold. Step back with your left toe and point the toe. Cross the leg behind you. Squeeze the thighs together. We're going to inhale, lift this leg up, and then tap it down. So it's like you're making a rainbow shape behind your back. Just a few times. It takes quite a bit of control. A lot of booty. A lot of ham. Last one, because it's a lot. And back. Bend the knees, stretch out the glute. Okay. Opposite side, point the right toe, cross it back behind you. Inhale, lift it up, trace the rainbow up, and trace it down. Lift it up and down. Check what's going on with the torso. Is it wiggling all over the place? Try to hug in at the belly, like lift it up towards the spine and hug the ribs in together. We're just lifting it up as high as you can and out to the side. Last one. And release. Reconnect with the breath. Grab one of your 5-pound weights or lighter. We're going to do a donkey kick with this. So standing at the back of your chair, you're going to take that weight, or even if you had like one of those little balls, one of those courage balls, something, anything, even like a pencil to squeeze, like something just to keep the knee bent. Come into that forward fold. And we're just going to kick it up, 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 pick it up, and then release. So carefully. Reconnect with the breath. Take that weight behind the other leg, squeeze it, or whatever it is that you have. The important part is that you're squeezing it. Make any little adjustment, lift it up in this kind of forward fold, and then kick it up. Try to like, as if you were going to put the full sole of your foot up onto the ceiling. Tuck in the ribs, navel, breathing in, breathing out, breathing in, and release. Nice work. Take a weight in each hand. Bring the weights to the shoulders. Grow tall. And we're going to kind of march with the knees and alternate with the arms. So left arm up, right arm up, and vice versa. And what we're going to try to do is keep the torso like super still, super controlled. So this is less about like our arms and shoulders now, right? Because we're used to lifting heavy weights overhead. We're really focusing in on the core as we lift one leg and then the other. So I don't know if you're noticing this, but already my heart rate is really starting to increase. And it doesn't even look like we're doing much, right? But it's that control piece. And release. Nice work. All right, last one before we repeat. Take our feet like a plie, like a V. Take our 5-pound weight in front, hold it like a goblet, like when we do goblet squat. All right, so we're going to sink down into our plie. Step to the side, sink some more, sink, step back, rise up, sink, step, sink, rise up, sink, step and sink, sink, rise up, sink, step and sink, sink, rise up, oops, sink, step and sink, sink, rise up. So we're going to do a few more. So you do your pace. Take a break if you need to. Whenever you come to rise up, feel all the muscles lifting, glute, thighs, even calves. And we're going to make it even now. So finishing up and release. Okay, take a sip of water and then we'll repeat. Okay. Grab your weights, your light ones, max 5. Come into goddess legs, where we're going to, we're gonna curl and sink, right? And then lift the heel, reach out, lift the heel, reach out. Inhale, lift those thighs like crazy. Exhale, lift. So this is kind of like you're serving something out to the side, no higher than your shoulder. Keep that heart lifted. And if your thighs are getting tired or feeling tired in any ways, you can always just omit the lifting of the heels. We're going to do one more of these. release. Okay, just coming to the one weight now. Standing beside your chair, about arm's distance. Feet are mountain pose, mountain distance. We're going to step back with the left foot. Bend that right knee. And remember, every time we lift the back leg, we're going to press into this heel. Okay, so we're going to punch this forward as we press that back heel. Press into the standing heel as we lift. Inhale. Now, if you want to make this a little more fun and spicy, instead of holding on to the chair, take your hand to your waist or your hip. Last one. Release. Reconnect with the breath. Acknowledge the effort. Step back. Press into that back heel. We're going to punch forward. Inhale, press into the heel to rise. Press into the heel to rise. And again, option, take your hand to your hip or your waist. Again, if you want to make it a little spicier, a little more balance focused. Whew. Hard to do, looking sideways. See if you can press into the heel. Imagine there's a can under your heel and you're crushing it down as you stand up. Woo! Balance is challenging. Last one. And release. Good. Reconnect with the breath. Stepping back, reaching forward. We're in the same position, except this time, inhale, exhale. We lift that back leg and we lift your arm just slightly up overhead. Exhale. Exhale. Get really long in the body. Exhale. Last one. And exhale. Back. Reach forward. Inhale. Exhale. And if you, again, this is also one that if you want to take the hand to the waist, it's really quite challenging. I'm not saying that so that you don't try it. I just want you to have like awareness. Last one. Okay. And release. Great. Coming back to 2 weights. So it's like we're mountain. We're going to take our feet a little bit wider. All right. And we're going to, let's just bend the knees and bring the arms out like a W, both at the same time. Okay, but let's squat, lift, lower, and back in. Slight variation. Lift, lower, and back in. Squat, lift, lower. Breathing in and out. All right, so this time we're going to squat, come back in, scapula, release. Squat and serve, come back in, lift the kneecaps, squeeze the glutes. Squat, come back in, squeeze, and release. Last one, squat, up, and release. Awesome. Okay, put those down. Come to the back of the chair for our rainbow kicks. So coming into your forward fold. Maybe just take a minute there and sway the hips just in case there's any low back tension being created. Okay, Step back with the left foot, cross it behind you so your thighs touch. Inhale. Exhale, we're gonna make a great big rainbow. As wide as you can. Just behind you. Release, bend the knees. Shake it out. Step back with the opposite foot. Cross it behind you. Inhale, lift up. Circle around. Drop down. Standing leg can be slightly bent. Especially if there's any hamstring tenderness there. Last one. And release. Shake it out. Grab one weight for the donkey kick. Everybody loves a donkey kick. Okay, squeeze whatever you can behind the knee. I'm not in a full forward fold here. I'm just kind of leaning slightly. You could always take your forearms, but I'm hugging in here so I don't stress my low back. I don't want my back doing this work. Okay, I want you to feel solid in your core and the glute lifts. The glute. No strain in the back. And then you can just have that pulsing up, pulsing up, pulsing up, pulsing up, pulsing up, and release. This workout is no joke. Okay, let's do this. Hug it in behind the knee, leaning forward any amount. Hug in the ribs, take the navel, lift that foot up just as high as you can, then pulse it up. Glute. Make a fist with your glute. Glute. No back. Hug in here, support the back. Draw the navel back towards the spine. Hug in the ribs. Last one. Okay, release. Last one. Okay, two more. And then we'll lie down, I promise. All right, let's just move right into this. Alternate arm and leg. March. So, you know when we do bird dog and we extend one leg, and we reach one arm and we're really, you know, you can really tell that is a core exercise because we're usually folded forward. So this is similar, it's opposite legs, sorry, opposite limbs. So we have to really hug in. A lot of emphasis on the core today. But this is like bar based with weights. Bar is derived from ballet. So you think about the ballet dancers and their poise and their posture. And whew, release. That's all core. And hours and hours and hours of training. Okay, goblet. Come into our plie. And we're going to sink down. Step and sink. Sink again. Rise up. Lift the glutes. Lift the kneecaps. Sink. Step and sink. Sink. Rise up. You go your pace. Pay attention to the leg that isn't moving. Press into the heel of that every time you rise up. Press into the heel of the foot that isn't moving. All right, do it again. And here we go. That's it. We're done. Oh. Put those weights away. Maybe throw your shoes off. We're gonna come down onto the floor. I'm just gonna angle my camera. Take a sip of water if you need it, so you can see me a bit better. Okay. Coming down onto your side and lying down or simply scrolling down. We're gonna hug in the knees, tuck the chin, squeeze and spread the toes. Take your hands at your knees. Let's do some nice slow circles out, around and back in. So a lot of leg work, inner leg, outer leg, hip, glute, quad. We did it all today. Change direction. So consider this stretch like really exploring this stretch so you feel the inside of the leg has really been adequately taken care of. Never going too far beyond your boundaries of comfort. Great, hug the right knee in, push the left heel away. It can be hovered or touching the ground, doesn't matter. Squeezing in, take that leg a little to the right, bring it in a little to the left. And then switch it over. Hug the left knee in, press through the right heel, and then again a little to the left, a little to the right. Excuse me. Good, both feet as wide as the mat, arms out to the side, a little windshield wiper action. So I was gonna throw a little bit more core work into this lying down, but I feel like we really maybe like have done enough for today. So I'll let you off the hook today for that so that we can really focus on stretching out our hips in this leg joint because we asked a lot of it, even though 5 pounds doesn't seem like a lot. It's just how you use it. Okay, we're gonna take our legs all the way to the right, look left. This might be plenty, this might be perfect for you, the right amount of stretch. But this left leg, we can move, we can extend it and explore what that stretch is in the outer hip. We can bend the knee and kind of line it up with the right leg. So we could stack the hips a little bit and stack the legs a little bit. You can take one hand to your left leg, like your right hand to the left leg. You can almost like give yourself a massage, reaching down, stretching just like you would if you were at a massage. And finding that optimal kind of foot position. And again, there's no right or wrong. It's just like what feels supportive for you to open up this hip because we worked it. So finding, exploring, and then breathing into it, breathing out of it, and nice and easy. Release, come back to center, realign the spine. Feet are wide. Take the legs all the way to the left, look right. And as I said before, this could be the perfect stretch for you and you don't have to explore any further. But this right leg, you can move it, you can extend it, you can bend it, you can stack it. You can find ways to explore a depth, an appropriate amount of stretch in that hip, maybe taking hand to the thigh. And if you take your hand on your hip and you run it along the outside of the leg all the way to the knee, you're really stretching out, trying to get to that IT band. So doing what you need to really feel like you've stretched this joint out. And when you're ready, we'll come back to neutral. Happy baby, feet up, knees out, stretch out the face, open up through the leg joint, bring the soles of the feet together on the inhale, exhale, reach them up to the sky, soles of the feet together, knees away. Another little stretch here, adductors and then hamstrings. Hug both knees in again. Rock from side to side. All right, let's not forget about the hamstring. Let's just bring your left foot down, knee bent or leg straight. Right foot up to the sky. Hold onto your leg from behind. Point and flex the foot. And or just press the heel up to the sky and release. Yeah, let's do that one first. Press the heel up to the sky, extending the leg. Doesn't have to be straight, just enough to get a stretch. And then extending it, releasing it a bit, and then we'll add our point and flex. Stretch out the face. And then hug in, release. We'll do that to the other side. Our hands behind the leg. Exhale, push the heel up to the sky. Inhale, release. Exhale, push the heel up to the sky. Inhale, release a few more times. And then when you're ready, pointing and flexing. Good. Both legs, both arms up to the sky. Open and close the hands, squeeze and spread the toes. Stretch out the face. Make a little fist with your hands, point and flex your foot as you nod your wrists. Stretch out the wrist. Circle the wrist one way and the ankles one way and then the opposite way. Shake it out. Give it a really good shake. And then come into your preferred shape for relaxation, for Shavasana. Reconnect with the breath. And allow yourself to acknowledge, even feel the effort of this practice. And you might feel like that sense of fatigue. So honoring that by resting, by observing the body. What are you noticing in terms of sensation? As you breathe in and as you breathe out. It's the pull of the mind. You can just ask yourself, like, where am I now? Oh. And you can just acknowledge wherever your attention wandered off to. You can do that without judging. And then we come back to breath and body, resting in the present moment so that the nervous system is receiving the signals that it's all clear. There's no urgency. There's no reason for the cortisol to be spiked so that the body is ready to go. It's the opposite. There's no perceived threat, imagined or real. The nervous system receives the signal and can gear down. Our bodies are so wise and intelligent, except that it can't tell the difference between a real perceived threat, like a wild dog coming in your direction and you have to, make a really fast choice to get away from it, or an imaginary threat, like, did I forget to pay my taxes? Like, it's real, but it's in your head, right? Like these little spikes of cortisol can happen when, because the body doesn't know, like, it can't differentiate between the stress response of one and the other, which is why we practice being in the present moment. Allowing the body to rest. I'm sure you've heard of rest and digest. Okay, we'll bring the movement into the hands and the feet and the face. And inhaling, arms overhead if that feels good to you. Really reaching, stretching both directions. Exhaling with a nice big audible sigh. Bending the knees, bring the hands in together. We'll roll over to the side. And then taking your time, we'll just gently push up. Finding a comfortable seat on the mat or on the chair, whatever works for you. Pausing before we move on into the rest of the day, let's just bring hands to heart. Thank yourself for making this time for yourself to nourish this mind-body connection on this beautiful, well, sunny day in Lion's Head at least. Thank you very much. Oh, let's end with an Om as we inhale together. So much for practicing with me today. I'm a little chosen yoga community. Have a great rest of the day.